Syria remains in focus as crude prices continue to rise, and here to talk about it is Tom Reilly. Tom, are we seeing a leveling out quite yet?
I mean, we've taken a breather tonight because it looks like nothing's really going to happen in the next day or so we're kind of sold off from yesterday's rally. But I mean, the only thing anyone in the oil industry is really looking at is Syria and what's going to play out.
So what about the talk of $150 a barrel crude oil? Is that possible?
The only way I think that will be possible is if we do airstrikes in Syria and then you see either Russia or Iran make some moves. I think if we just do the airstrikes and it kind of quiets things down, I think you won't see $150. The only way that we get to 150 is if other players get involved.
We've seen in the past in military action that the run-up to the military action, we see a rally in crude, but when the action actually happens, we see a pullback. Do you think that happens this time if there is indeed an airstrike on Syria?
Yeah, I mean, I think we will get a rally on the initial news of the airstrike, but I think, again, if we don't have any follow-through with any other players in the Mideast region, we will sell back off from there. I mean, we've rallied from 100 to 110 here. We could go up to another $5, $8 higher, I guess, maybe on the strike, but I don't think it'll sustain up at those levels unless there is any kind of outside influence besides the initial airstrike.
What's the trigger that people should be looking for to jump out of the crude rally?
Again, I think it's going to be what happens the day or two after the strikes. If you don't hear any real news out of Iran or any news out of Russia that they are looking to step and get involved, then I think it's probably a good time to sell it.
And finally, when do we see a return to kind of traders looking at the fundamentals, the economic data that's coming out?
You probably start to see that in later September if this all plays out in the next week or so. I'd say it'll probably take a couple of weeks for the market to digest everything that happened, and you'll probably see us back focusing on the fundamentals by late September.
All right, Tom Reilly, thanks so much.
Thank you.
For The Street at the NYMEX, I'm Joe Doe.